just call me on Friday.
Ready to go with the 8th grade Division II state championship game between the Hilltoppers of Barrett Traditional Middle School, wearing the purple helmets, pants, white jerseys, and the Pirates of Belfry dressed in all red with the white helmets and the red logo on the side of the helmet with the red stripe. It'll be for Belfry kicking off. Number 33, Grayson Cook. Back deep for Barrett. It will be number 7, Garrett Dennis, the quarterback, along with on the far side, I believe that looks to be number 11, Sterling Patillo, as the squib kick
Hey, I'll pay you
takes away the onside kick, and it'll be Barrett football at their own 40-yard line.
Darren, just want to remind folks out there that unfortunately the facility that we're at today does not have any wired internet, so we're relying on the cell phone towers to transmit the signal. Therefore, we may run into some issues here and there, and you might experience some issues, but bear with us and we'll make sure that we bring you the game today.
Dennis swings it out in the flat to Patillo, who bobbled it, caught it in the air, and gets out to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3. It'll be second down. Actually, give him the 44. It'll be a gain of 6, second down and 4 for the Hilltoppers of Barrett Traditional Middle. Barrett victorious yesterday in their first semifinal appearance coming back.
Pick up 12 on the play.
As we wait on the signal from the officials, it is a block in the back against Barrett.
That penalty's declined.
It's declined. We have.
Horse collar. That penalty's accepted.
That's not a horse collar. That's not a horse collar tackle or thing. What is that? That's an illegal.
They called it a horse collar.
Yeah, that's what the PA mounts are called. I don't know what that is.
Third down and 14.
It was a pirate tackle, man. This is a pirate tackle, brother.
It's illegal touching, I think is what that is.
It's a loss of down penalty.
It's a loss of down. I think that's an illegal touching is what that signal is, William, because the horse collar is actually in the front of the collar, and they'll grab the collar.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an illegal touching. Nonetheless, it's a loss of down, 4th and 14. Dennis coming around here on the right side. He cuts it up at the 40. It's over the 40, the 42-yard line, but that's not going to be near enough for a first down, and Belfry will get the ball on the Barrett 44-yard line and take over first down and 10 for the Pirates of Belfry.
Good defense there by the Pirates.
William, you know what I did? I was mentioning it late in the first game this afternoon that Belfry, and actually I was mentioning it up here in the press box between games, that Belfry, if you're born and raised in Belfry, you are born, bred, and it is in your bloodlines to play football, period. I mean, you play a lot of different sports up there, but football is the #1 sport.
Football's king
in Belfry. They turn, give it off to nope, they're going to run the option. Pitch it back to Smith around the right side. He has an alley. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. 5, touchdown, Belfry.
And just like that, Darren Douglas, Belfry on the board.
7-0 or 6-0 Pirates as they ran the option right out of the chute. The quarterback, Avery Browning.
By the way, send all those tweets in just like you did last night, Belfry fans and Barrett fans. And at halftime, we'll check those. We don't have a way to monitor them during the game today, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, one specific fan I'm out there looking for, my #1 fan. You know who that is, right?
That's going to be Mary Conley, right?
Mary Conley, that's right. They give it off to the fullback. Well, actually, that's the other halfback, number 43, Peyton Hensley, who walks in for the two-point conversion. So with 5:58 to play in the opening quarter, it took Belfry one play to go 45 yards, and then the two-point conversion. The touchdown run by Ethan Smith, and then the conversion run by his running mate at halfback out of Wishbone in Hensley. It's 8-0 Pirates. Back with more on PrepSpin.com. Back to action would come. This is Andrew Phillips, who's dropped after a return of a couple at the 23-yard line.
Sorry about
for the Hilltoppers of Barrett Traditional Middle School out of the Jefferson County Middle School Football Conference.
Sorry, folks. I was trying to take care of an issue. And they started too quick on me, Darren.
Two receivers to the near side, two receivers to the far side. The running back is to the right of Dennis. He gets hit as he throws. That's Allgaier on the reception out at the 27-yard line. Gets it up over the 30 to the 30. Actually, they're going to give him, it looks like the 30-yard line. So it'll be a gain of about 7. It'll be second down and 3 for Barrett from their own 30-yard line.
Second down and 3.
And again, I want to thank everybody last night who tweeted, William, that we had a ton of texts, especially during the Belfry game. Something like, I think you said, 250 tweets from just the Belfry game alone?
Yeah, it was way up there.
Dennis turns, gives it off to Allgaier. He stood up at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward. May have gotten the 31 or the 32. Let's see where they mark him down. They're going to spot him at the 30-yard line, so no gain.
No gain on the play.
Be third down and 3 for
Third and 3 for the Hilltoppers.
For Barrett. They trail it 8-0 here early on. Dennis over the 35. He has the first down over the 40, close to the 45. A nice run by the quarterback, Garrett Dennis, who gets the first down.
Very nice run.
Number 12, Avery Browning on the tackle for Belfry.
Ball's at the 44. First and 10 for the Hilltoppers.
As they actually gave him the 44-yard line, so a gain of 14, first and 10 for Barrett from their own 44, trailing 8-0 here early on. Two receivers to the near side, one back to the far side. They turn, pitch it back to Allgaier. He drops it, and the
Belfry's got it.
Fumbles recovered by number 33, Grayson Cook. So Cook with a fumble recovery, and nobody made a play on Allgaier. He just dropped the football on the toss sweep. And Grayson Cook, Johnny on the spot for the Pirates, recovered it and sets up the Pirates first and 10 from their own 30, or from the Barrett 38-yard line, leading 8-0 already.
Big play defensively there from the Pirates. We'll have a timeout, Darren.
Timeout, Barrett, as they'll call timeout. We'll be back here to Lexington's Bryan Station High School as we're in the first quarter, 3:56 to play on PrepSpin.com.
For over 100 years, Russell Athletic has built the uniforms that transform individual athletes into teams. Teams united in passion for the game and unapologetic in their desire to win. Whether you're celebrating a hard-earned championship or heading back to the gym for next season, when teams come together, Russell Athletic will be there, always. I'm Mark Ingram, I wear Russell Athletic, and I play for team.
Get a good look at the Belfry sideline with their offensive unit huddled around their head coach and the coaching staff. They lead it 8-0. They got a turnover on downs on the opening possession of the ball game, and one play later, it was a 35-yard scamper by Ethan Smith for the touchdown. A 2-point conversion from Hensley, and that's our score right now at 8-0. We get a whistle and offsides against Barrett. It'll be a 5-yard penalty mark off against the Hilltoppers. It'll make it 1st and 5 for the Pirates of Belfry. Again, we want to remind you, we are available on Twitter, and that is at PrepSpin, and questions and comments, we'll gladly take them. They turn and get it out here on the near side to
Grayson Cook.
Actually, that's Hensley, by the way.
Hensley was the ball carrier.
He's dropped for a loss.
He was brought down by Trey Allgaier.
Allgaier on the tackle.
Also, Mason Bratcher was on that
Mason
tackle.
Bratcher as well for Barrett.
35.
Loss of 3, and it'll be second down. Actually, it was a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7 for the Pirates of Belfry.
Well, the sun's bright out here right now, and
Oh yeah, and that's what I was telling our viewers, that the bright thing they see is the sun. They give it off to the fullback on the quick hitter,
he's still moving.
and he'll be dropped at the 30-yard line. It'll be a couple of yards shy of the first down, a gain of 5.
22.
Hashtag move a crowd. That's what that is. Hashtag move a crowd.
For Joe Chafin.
Swinney, number 95.
And on the stop will be Mark Swinney for
31. It's
Barrett.
3rd down and 3.
Johnson County fans starting to arrive here at the
And those
football
teams,
field.
those teams from up in the eastern half of the state will get there early before their teams are scheduled to play. They turn, give it off again to Chafin. Actually, this is Smith, the left half. He'll get down inside the 30 to the 29. He's going to be a yard shy of the first down. It brings up 4th down and 1 for the Pirates of Belfry.
Number 58. Gain of 2, loss of 29, is 4th down and 1 for the Pirates.
4th and 1. He's got it and more.
Quarterback sneak, and Browning heads off into the end zone. Touchdown, Belfry. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, 5 plays total, and it's 14-0 Belfry. That's another staple of the wishbone offense, William. That's just a dive fake to the fullback, and then the quarterback follows the fullback right up into the same hole. And Belfry leads it 14-0 with 1:44 to go.
There's a penalty marker down.
Going to get illegal procedure on the Pirates.
It's a 5-yard penalty, false start call on Belfry.
So we'll back them up 5 yards and repeat the try from the 8-yard line. So 14-0 Belfry. With 1:44 to play here in the first quarter. Browning throwing to the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. Justin Barker is on the reception end of that one. And our score with 1:44 to play in the first quarter is Belfry 16 and Barrett nothing. Back with more from the 8th grade Division II state championship game on PrepSpin.com. Cook kicks it off, and Patillo gets it at the 25, up the middle, and is tripped up and falls forward to the 35. In on the stop for Belfry is number 27, Ethan Smith, along with number 1, Chase Oliver. And Belfry's defense will set up shop there as Barrett looking for some offensive firepower here in the opening quarter. They're behind 16-0 after a couple of series from the Belfry offense. Dennis will have an I formation behind him. And we get an offsides call probably against Belfry to start things off here. We do. Offsides on the interior defensive line for the Pirates. So we'll mark off 5 yards to the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 5 now for the Hilltoppers. They give it off deep to Allgaier. Slams it up in there in the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the first down at the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Brought down by Justin Barker, 86.
For the fans out there that are experiencing some technical difficulties with the internet stream, bear with us. If it goes down, it will come right back up. It's just temporary. We will upload later tonight a fresh copy of the broadcast.
And a whistle and an official's timeout.
Doing the best we can, right, Darren?
Yeah, that's all we can do over here. And being a Sunday and a nice afternoon, a lot of people probably online. Here's Dennis, the ball carrier, the quarterback draw. They'll get into Belfry territory at the Pirate 46. A nice run for the Topper quarterback. I did notice on our Twitter, we checked it just briefly a minute ago, Mary Conley, we apologize. And like I said, I specifically apologize. You being my connection up there to great food. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers at the Belfry 46-yard line. 30 seconds to play, clock running. It's 16-0 Belfry, first quarter. Dennis turns, pitches back deep here to Head. He comes around the right side, gets inside the 45 to the 43-yard line where he's ridden down by Avery Browning, the free safety for Belfry.
3-yard gain.
Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. That'll be into the first quarter where Belfry has started quickly and they have a 16-0 advantage over Barrett. Back with the second quarter here in Lexington at Bryan Station High School on PrepSpin.com. And 10 for Barrett at the Belfry 28-yard line, trailing 16-0, just underway here in the second quarter of action. And again, we want to tell the folks down in Louisville as well as in the Belfry area just to be patient with our internet. We're working on trying to keep the signal up and running. It's just we have it on a different way of streaming it today. And we have a whistle and a timeout for Barrett. So Barrett uses their second timeout here in the first half. It's 16-0 Pirates. Back with the the first down play after this timeout message on PrepSpin.com. Barrett uses their second timeout of the first half with 7:54 to play. And their coaching staff evidently feels this is a big play. Here is Dennis out in the near flat to Allgaier, who's brought down in the open field. Nice tackle by number 43, Hensley, who comes up a little bit gimpy on that left leg. But a gain of 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6 from the Belfry 24-yard line. As Barrett tries to get themselves back in this ball game, trailing 16-0 already. I think they need to really willing to score on this possession because they can ill afford the way Belfry is able to run the football to go down 3 scores. 7 minutes to go, clock running exactly. And a timeout. A delay of game against Barrett.
What up, Coach? What up? Let me holler at you, player.
So timeout, or a 5-yard penalty makes it second down and 11 now for the Hilltoppers.
They coming right back, ain't they?
So Dennis sets 2 receivers to the far side, 3 here to the near side, the short side. Fakes the pass to the right, turns around, runs left, has a crease, gets inside the 20. He's driven forward and may have gotten the first down thanks to the tackle by number 59, Austin Fields.
He got a little boost, didn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be a yard shy, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
I see you over there, player. I see you. Got Belfry fans over here talking to us, Darren.
Well, again, we want you to tweet us, though, because we'll answer some of those questions here at halftime. Allgaier, boy, he's going to be close. He was straightened up as he got into the hole. Number 36, Ethan Williamson, I think, is on the tag. It's actually 35, Cameron Maynard. No gain. It'll be 4th down now. 4th and a yard for Barrett as they run a play in with Dennis, the quarterback. Under 5:40 to play here in the first half of action. 16-0 Belfry. Dennis, and we get a whistle and a false start on Barrett. So another penalty on the Hilltoppers moves it back 5 yards. It'll be 4th and 6 now, and it'll change the play call, I do believe, William.
I believe you're right.
You know, for all the Barrett fans out there down in Louisville that are watching, William, we Food and football if you want to tweet us, right?
Food and football, that's right.
Best way to get a broadcaster or his attention, his or hers attention, or whatever, is to mention tailgate and food. Dennis rolls right, looking downfield for Allgaier. Throws it, caught by Allgaier at the 20, inside the 10, inside the 5. He's going to be dropped at about the 4-yard line. A nice catch from Allgaier with a defender right there in his face.
But not until he gained
They're going to put him down at the 5-yard line. A gain of
5. It's first
about
and goal.
19 yards. It'll be first and goal from the 5 for the Hilltoppers, a Bear traditional. Dennis, low snap, off to the right side, cuts it up inside.
I think he got in.
Touchdown, Barrett.
5 yards into the end zone. For a Hilltopper touchdown.
He's at 16-6 now as Barrett was able to get, Gibson. Dennis was able to get just inside of the block, and I didn't see who threw the block on the outside that got him into the end zone, but a nice job of running and a nice job of reading the block from Garrett Dennis, the quarterback. And he got to the end zone, and now they'll attempt a 2-point conversion to cut this lead in half.
For you Barrett fans out there, we'll update that score here in just a second.
They turn left side this time. Dennis goes in for the 2-point conversion. So with 4:57 to play in the first half, our new score is Belfry 16, Barrett 8. Back with the kickoff and the continuation of the Division II State Championship game from Bryan Station in Lexington on PrepSpin.com.
Garrett Dennis tees the ball up to Barrett.
Well, Barrett Middle School gets the touchdown run of 11 yards as well as the 2-point conversion from their quarterback Garrett Dennis to cut the Belfry lead in half to 16-8. And they'll kick it off, and Dennis will do the kicking off as well. He'll squib this one along the front wall. It goes dribbling along. It'll be covered maybe at the 41-yard line by Belfry on the far side.
By number 8, Ben Bentley.
Ben Bentley covers the ball on the far side for the Pirates of Belfry, who will have it at their own 41, leading right now by a score of 16-8. They've had 2 possessions, and they've scored on each occasion one time, a 1-play drive and a 5-play drive. Fishbone formation behind Browning. Turns, gives it off to Smith on the left side, and a whistle and not a whistle, but a flag comes flying in at the 47-yard line. And it's going to be a hold on Belfry deep in the defensive secondary. So we'll march off 10 yards from the point. So move it back to the
Holding was the call. 10-yard mark off the end of the run. Remains first down.
48-yard line, or excuse me, the 38-yard line.
The ball's at the 38.
It'll be first and about 13 as they came from the spot of the foul. Wishbone formation. Nobody wide for Browning. Turns, gives it off to the second man, Hensley. He's hit at the 41-yard line. Maybe falls forward to the 42.
Allgaier, 44, brought him down.
Allgaier on the stop for the Hilltoppers.
4 on the play. Falls at the 42.
Give him a gain of
Second
4 to
down.
be second down and 9. .359 clock running here in the first half of action. They turn, give it off to Smith, running right to about the 30-yard line. I'm sorry, at the midfield stripe.
Gained 8 yards on the play.
And a gain of 8 will be third and a yard.
Jackson Head 48 was in on the tackle. Third down and a yard for Belfry.
Belfry with the football and an 8-point lead. 3:10 clock running here in the second quarter of action. Browning, boy, that play looked doomed from the beginning, but a short gain for the fullback Chafin, who will get it across midfield at about the 49, so it's going to be real close to a first down there. Stopped by number 68, that is DJ Bross for
First down.
Barrett. It is a first down as he got the nose of the football just inside the 49-yard line of the Hilltoppers. And timeout, they're going to actually remeasure that. So, said first down, but they're going to change their mind and measure.
We're gonna, so we can get you down on the football here and to look at it. Of course, the official is in the way, but
See, you can't trust those guys any.
there you see the ball and coming out with the sticks.
Well, he first signaled first down, and then he changed his mind and said, I'm going to measure.
Let's see how good his eyes is.
Got about the
He
nose
got him
of the
by the
football.
nose of the football.
Yep, nose of the football. First down, Belfry. At the Barrett 49-yard line. 2:49 to play in the half. At halftime, we'll cover some of your tweets, answer questions. Don't make them too difficult, right, William? Since we had a long night, a long day yesterday.
Man, I didn't get back to the house till almost 1 o'clock last night.
Well, I got in a little bit later than that. And I'm quite a bit older than you, too, so I need my beauty sleep. Browning throws a pass. It is caught by Hensley. He'll take it to the house.
Peace,
touchdown, Belfry with 2:28 to play in the first half. And that's just a matter of height and lack of height. Hensley probably goes about 5'8", 5'9".
I don't know. That was a pretty athletic catch there, too.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the guy that was over there defensively for Barrett was number 16, Seth Cianfoni, and
we'll update that score in a second.
Yeah, and Cianfoni is just a great player for Barrett, but he's just a tad undersized, and he jumped as high as he could, just wasn't high enough. And Hensley, who is only a 7th grader, gets his second score of the day, this one via the pass. And a timeout. Timeout Belfry with 2:28 to play.
We're going to go ahead and get that scoreboard updated for you guys.
Might be able to answer a couple. If you got a trivia question or on Twitter, might be able to answer that real quick.
You put me on the spot, boy.
I know.
Shout out to one of my homies, Ocho Cinco number 85, my boy Scruff doing work. Ocho Cinco, he's up in the Canada League now, isn't he?
I think so.
That was Lizzo Mizzle. Lindsey Miller. Let's see. Let's Go Pirates, the Coleman family is watching. I hope so, Coleman family, as the internet here is pretty much, non-existent. But we're trying.
2:28 to play.
There'll be more of those at halftime, by the way. Do you know Belfry means victory, Darren Douglas? That's what the cheerleaders just told me.
Usually when it comes to football, it does. And the two-point conversion is good, and I believe that was Ethan Smith for the two-point conversion. Again, 2:28 before halftime. It's now Belfry 24 and Barrett 8. Back with more action here in Lexington at the Kentucky Middle School Football State Championships on PrepSpin.com. Belfry with 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. They lead at 24-8. As Cook will kick it off, he'll kick it deep. It'll go right down the middle of the field. Dennis will chase it down at the 5. Heads up the middle now, dances out to the right side. He's going to be dropped at the 15-yard line. Very knowledgeable football fans when it comes to Belfry and their football tradition and things. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers of Barrett at their own 15-yard line, trailing by a score of 24-8. The quarterback, Dennis, will empty the backfield. He'll send 3 receivers here to the near side, 2 back to the right. He's back to throw. He looks out here to the left side. He finds Allgaier at the 15-yard line. A short gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5.
And I appreciate all the tweets last night during the game, especially those Belfry fans who are tuned in again today. But Mary, I got on the scale when I got home last night, and I had gained poundage, but it was about 8 pounds. I was underestimating it just with the cabbage rolls you were talking about. Here's a throw as Dennis dropped the snap, rolls a little bit right, and hits Allgaier up over the 25-yard line to about the 27-yard line. That's good enough for a 1st down, but we have a flag on the far side of the field, and it looks like it's going to be against the Hilltoppers.
And don't lie to Mary. You know you eat like John Madden when you're at these games.
Well, I do, but I wasn't eating anything. I just gained 8 pounds.
If somebody will bring Darren Douglas a turkey leg, he'll eat
right now, I'd settle for a bottle of water. An ineligible receiver downfield against Barrett. And it must have been the inside receiver. Allgaier might have been covered up.
Let's see how many bottles of water we can get you up here. Just by people at home watching, texting your people in the stands to bring Darren a bottle of water. Let's see how powerful you are there, Darren.
Not too powerful. 1:30 to play in the first half. 24-8 Belfry. As Dennis gets it out here to
a fumble. It looks like
it's going to be an incomplete pass to Sterling Patillo, who was hit and dropped the pass after he was hit. It's just simply where he didn't make a football move, and I've never understood what is a football move.
16.
You know?
Yep.
I guess he's got to turn and take a couple of steps after securing the football. Pass broken up by Isaiah Birchfield for the Pirates, number 21, there, the right corner. You see him just to the left of your screen. It'll be 3rd and 9 for Barrett with 1:22 to go. Dennis, bootleg left here, comes out. He has his man open, and he drops it.
Yeah.
Actually, he's going to be down.
Garrett Dennis's pass was
Actually, they're going to say incomplete now. The back judge had a better angle of it than the side judge here on the near side, so they're going to call incomplete pass.
Correction, play was called.
As Patillo is going down as he tried to secure the football, but you have to go to the ground and make sure you have the ball secured. It's incomplete pass, 4th and 9. And they'll punt it away as Dennis will punt to the lone safety back. That will be Avery Browning. And Dennis kicks it here to the near side. Browning comes this way. It bounces to 40. He has it to 43. He has an alley. 40, 35, 30, 25, 15. Going to be dropped down. Boy, I skipped all the way down to the 15. You notice I did that? 15-yard line for Avery Browning on a 23 return yardage. And actually a 33-yard
They might as well just gave it to him at the line of scrimmage there, you know?
Yeah, almost. Nice job of return yardage by Belfort. They did a nice job of setting up that wall right here on the near side. Gave Browning an alley down the sideline. Timeout Barrett will be the final timeout of the first half, but with 1:02 to play, Belfry already up 2 scores, looking for more before halftime. Back with more on PrepSpin.com.
We'll keep it right here, by the way. We're going to look at some of these. A lot of the 8th graders on Belfry team starts basketball tomorrow. They won the Pike County 7th grade title last year, Joe Keisner says.
So they don't get a lot of they don't get a lot of time to rest, do they?
John Sesko says at least you don't commentate.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that.
Let's see. Who else? Man, we got a ton, dude. I
Yeah.
don't know how I'm going to keep up with all these. Let's go Pirates. Let's hold them off better than we did Paducah. Mitchell Coleman says.
A lot of these names.
Keep your eyes on the field there for me.
Hey,
Let me know when
it's
they come
time
back
out on the field. We're still all right.
Cheyenne Stepp says, we got this, Belfry. Keep your eye on the ball and bring us home a big win. Chris Smith says, go Pirates. More to come, folks. More to come. By the way, I'm freezing out here during
You are? Well, you got the heater outside. I don't feel sorry for you.
No, I got it in there.
Oh, why you got it inside now? You put it up there on your feet.
I got it in there for you, brother.
Well, see, folks, he's trying to make me feel sorry for him, but I've tried to teach him how to dress for cold weather, and he just continues not to listen.
Flags down on the play.
There's a flag on the play. It's going to be illegal procedure against Belfry, so it'll bring up 1st and 15 after the 5-yard mark-off against the Pirates.
5-yard penalty.
So, William,
Sir?
what have you learned after the last 2 days about dressing for cold weather?
I don't know whether to believe you or not.
Okay. Well,
but I do know that, you know, when we mix up that food and football, I do feel a little bit better, not so cold.
There you go. So here we go. They turn. Give it off to Smith. This is Hensley actually on the right side. He breaks the tackle to 10, 5, and it'll be stepped out of bounds.
Did he step out?
Nope, he didn't step out of bounds. Touchdown. Belfry backed his way into the end zone. That'll be the most unusual touchdown he's had, where he backed himself over the end zone into. He actually looked like he was trying to find where the pylon was, where he could maybe just step inside of it, but the Hilltopper defender fell down, and Hensley backed her right up into the end zone.
Yeah, that Pirate right there just walked the water, brother.
30-8 now in favor of Belfry with 49.2 seconds to play in the ball game, or in the first half, I should say. And what has been a very impressive first half of action for the Pirates of Belfry.
The Pirates come to get their gold.
They are really taking a. I tell you, I've said last night how they take their sports seriously up there in the area around Belfry, and the touchdown, the 2-point conversion is good by Chafin. So Belfry, 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns, and 4 2-point conversions. They lead with 49.2 seconds to play, 32-8 over Barrett.
trying to take the gold back to Neverland Pirates, right?
Well,
Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Is that what it is?
Well, like I said, Belfry in that area, they really take their sports seriously up there, and
Sure.
They again have another good group of 8th graders that go up to the high school next year, and they just keep reloading at that varsity level for Coach Philip Haywood.
And they don't wait at all, do they?
No.
They
Cook
just right
kicks
into
it
this
off
thing.
deep. This is Phillips who picks it up, and he's dropped right at the 24-yard line, and a couple of flags come down.
Isaiah Birchfield, 21. Chase Oliver out of tackle. We have a man down.
And we have a Belfry Pirate down right now, right at the 25-yard line.
So you know who the most famous Belfry Pirate is, Darren Douglas?
No question about it. If you're from Belfry, and I think all the Belfry viewers out there will tweet us and tell us if I'm right or wrong, but that's Philip Haywood, the head coach of the varsity football Pirates. He is legendary up in those parts.
Okay. I don't
David
know, so I would
Jones.
guess and say Captain Hook.
David Jones, who played his college football at the University of Kentucky, is pretty well known up in that area.
Yeah.
But I think it's hands down Coach Haywood.
Coach Haywood.
Yeah, Coach Haywood. As I mentioned last night during the broadcast, he is one of those guys who is very well respected. He's very much a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
He also expects, and I'm not saying that he wants, but he expects his players to have certain codes of conduct that they follow. He expects them to be model citizens, not only in the community but in the school building as well.
Mm-hmm.
He expects a lot from them, and it shows on the field when they take the field every Friday night or Thursday night or whenever the middle school plays. But he expects every team. It doesn't matter if you're a senior all the way down to the youth football. He expects everybody to conduct themselves in a certain way, and if you don't, he holds you accountable. And a very nice man. I mean, when I first met him, I was very much impressed with the way he treated me for meeting me the first time. And it's just
at Belfry, they say it's church, food, and football.
And I will tell you in that order.
CJ Dinga says, we don't believe in defeat. That's why we are back for a 3-peat.
I will agree with that. And I said they take it up, straight up. They take it very seriously up there.
This is we Eastern Kentucky people getting our PrepSpin on. Come to get our gold.
But now, see, that tweet there, that just encourages William over here. He's a handful for me to deal with as it is. I don't need any encouragement for him to keep on with stuff like that.
See, that's their new pirate ship right there, right? The pirate ship is going to be the PrepSpin. We'll name it. Like Forrest Gump had the Jan-Nag.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, man.
See, I told you guys, you don't encourage him. I mean, I've got to deal with him in this press box, and there's about a 20-foot space that we are in, and I can't get away from him for the next 6 to 7 hours.
When there's action out on the field, just so the folks know, I'm out there freezing my tail off.
Oh.
Because I'm trying to multitask.
For 15 years, I spent my first 15 years of my career as a broadcaster down on the sidelines in weather. So as a sportscaster, so I feel your pain, but I have no sympathy for you.
I'll give you the respect there that you deserve. Faith, family, and football. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 Fs: faith, family, and football. Jennifer Helton.
I see my good friend there, Mary Conley down there sending us a tweet. She's the one that sent the one about we Eastern Kentucky people getting our PrepSpin on, right?
Getting the PrepSpin on. I like that. I like that.
The injured player for Belfry is number 40, it looks like, I think. That would be Jonathan Stepp.
If somebody could get us better internet on up here, that would be a lot better. Man, I hate that there's nothing wrong with this venue. It's a brand new venue, and it's got, it's really nice over here. But they don't have no internet. Darren Douglas said this drives me nuts.
Well, and you know what? Like, I have a whole big issue with that. I've got some kind of control of that. I have none. I do not have that kind of pull. That is, I believe that was number 40, Jonathan Stepp, the injured player for Belfry.
We are literally transmitting our signal through a cell phone, folks. Cell phone.
You know, over the years, they get a yard gain for Jackson Head after the penalty on Belfry brought the ball out to the 39-yard line for a personal foul. It'll be a gain of 1 for Head. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
We're getting ready to go into halftime. I think they're just going to take a knee or just let the time run out.
Well, Barrett
they're just
got shell-shocked early by the Pirates' rushing attack. And after 1 half of play, it's Belfry 32 and Barrett 8, Back with the halftime. We'll read some of your tweets, answer some of your questions.
Now is the time. Yeah, now is the time, Darren Douglas, for our Belfry fan base and our Barrett fan base to tweet away,
and anybody else that wants to send anything out.
We're looking at the tweets right about now. So if you want to tweet,
wow, they blew up 6 already.
They already blew up 6. Another famous Pirate, your new BFF Mary Conley, was on The Amazing Race. How about that?
Was that her?
Wow.
Well, David Jones is on the coaching. I remember him joining his former coach as a member of his staff, and that's the other thing about Belfry at the high school level, William, that a lot of people don't realize, except the people involved with the Belfry programs, is a lot of Coach Haywood's staff actually played at Belfry.
I see.
So that that's when you have that kind of involvement. That really helps. So,
it says Davy Jones is on the coaching staff.
That's the guy I was talking about. Played his college ball at the University of Kentucky.
Let's see. Hey, family and football. I like that. That's good stuff right there. It makes me want to move to Belfry.
I tell you what, this time of the year,
when
you go up there in that area, it is absolutely gorgeous with the trees.
When you want the best for your kids, you want to be in the best place. And I got a feeling, I just love the community. I'll be honest with you, the people that we've got to talk to here, Darren, at the stadiums that we've been at the last couple of days, and then the people that are online tweeting to us. And
right,
you guys are awesome, man.
Well, that's the thing, and I just love the country up there because at this time of the year, with fall starting to really, really set in and the leaves on the trees changing colors, it is just an absolutely beautiful area to sit out and look at and just understand how fortunate we are to live where we live as far as this country is concerned.
Casey Fife says, go number 85, Scruffy Hensley. Me and Dell Hensley love you. Wish we were there. Well, Casey, hopefully we bring you some
her ball
decent coverage today.
Yeah, and her ball club's bringing her some joy right now, up 3 scores right now.
Mary Conley said, who told y'all that? It was me and David Jr., Tar season 10 and 11, All-Stars.
Oh, it was the Great American Race.
Yep.
Mary, to be honest with you, I am not a reality TV fan at all. But
I think somebody told me that I don't know if this is Mary Conley that they were talking about or not, but I think somebody said that maybe Mary did the Zija stuff.
I don't know. Mary, you could tweet us and
do
let
you-
us
do you-
know. If anybody's got any more questions, I mean, we'll definitely ask some questions. I've got some.
You ever had the Zija stuff?
Yeah.
It's good
Yeah,
stuff. I'm telling
you
you.
gave me a sample. Let me have a sample box. And
Yep.
matter of fact, I need some more.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Because I actually did feel a lot better physically, but want to pass along some get well wishes to my uncle, my dad, my mother's brother-in-law, my late mother's brother-in-law, Roy Benson, who suffered a minor heart attack the other night. I want to pass along good well wishes to him. They are actually watching at home, and I'm sure my aunt has got pen and paper in hand critiquing my broadcast because my mother and her used to do that for a long time. But
yeah, we
Roy,
definitely want to send
better,
we definitely want to send
hope
well
you get
wishes.
better.
PrepSpin, loving our cheerleaders too.
Yep, they actually won the title for spirit and cheer competition today.
Hey.
Belfry took both those titles.
Yeah, and those girls, man, I tell you what, and
That's another part, Belfry.
there's no doubt in my mind, that they were the best cheerleaders here this whole tournament. I mean, they're all into it, and of course they get the crowd
Well, they've
pumped.
got signs. The crowd interaction with their cheer squads are really nice. So
Most middle school players on this team were players for Haywood, they said. Most
the middle
famous
school
stiff
staff.
arm at Belfry,
See,
Doug
that's what I'm
Howard.
talking about. Yeah, the whole thing, it just trickles right on down through the entire program, even the younger kids. I mean, the thing is, I talked to some younger kids last year,
Mm-hmm.
some of that group that won it last year, and I asked them, why do you play football? Well, number one, they love the game of football, but number two, they wanted to be like the guys at the high school level that they admired and looked up to.
Mm-hmm.
So it trickles on down. Their idols are guys that are maybe a level above them in play, and I hesitate to use the word idol, but they're role models are guys that are 2 or 3 years ahead of them.
I like that. Missy Wagner Dotson. What a great picture there. You got the Belfry dads there.
Yeah, now Missy, is this the group that we need to see if we come to a game next fall up at Belfry? Is that the group?
That's the group, Darren. I could tell just by looking at those guys right there. They got
you
the
got
Belfry
your own
aprons
you
on.
got your own aprons, probably with your name printed there at the top. We'll have to do something. So I guess that must be the group. If we come up there to do a game next fall, we'll have to do that.
What do you think of the 6-class system in high school football, Darren?
Jason, I think
wants to know.
Jason, I think it's too many. To be honest with you, I think 4 classes is too small. So I think if you go to 5 classes, 5 is enough.
And here's my answer to that too. Kentucky wants to be a football state, and the reason why there's 6 classes in the state of Kentucky right now is because they want to compete with the Floridas, with the Texas, maybe even the Pennsylvanias and the Ohio's. So that is why there's 6 classes right now.
Well,
and let me tell you something: the KHSAA, they do everything elite, everything.
Oh yeah, all the state finals are first class and things like that. But I understand what you're saying with that answer, but I think the 6 classes waters it down a little bit because now at the Class A level and the 6A level, all 32 teams in that class make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with the top 4 teams in each district making the playoffs. I like that idea, but I think 5 classes would be plenty because now you got some teams that are not deserving to make the playoffs that won't, and you really have to earn your way in with the 5 classes. That's a great question.
Yeah, that is it's a really good question.
Who is my
only come back to that though is it's because we want to be known as a football state.
Right.
Basketball's been around a long
just had
time.
a question
We are a
from
basketball
Austin
state.
back there. Roll that back down there a little bit.
Belfry invented the tailgate. D. West
I'll probably agree with that. Austin Blake.
Who's your favorite football community?
Well, if you're from Belfry, I'm not going to go against you guys. I mean, it'd be crazy if we plan on coming up there doing a game. Actually, I've been to several. I've never been to one with you guys. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that next fall.
I got to go down to Long Mountain. And
you got to go down to Belcan. It's pretty good. I have been down there to one down there. I have actually, one of the best here locally in Central Kentucky is down at Frankfort High.
Yeah.
I walk in down there to their games down there, and I may not even let anybody know I'm coming, and I may not even be broadcasting. I walk down there, they'll find somebody that's seen me, and they'll send somebody over, and they have a plate of food waiting on me when I get over there to the tent. So it's pretty cool down there.
We got another tweet coming in, and it says, if we throw a parade for these guys once they bring the championship back to Belfry, will you guys come to the parade?
Depends on what day it is. Depends on what day it is. You got soccer state tournament coming, semis and finals coming up this week.
I do.
I think you also got volleyball going on as well, so you're going to be stretched a little thin this week.
I've got
myself. I've got some Georgetown College women's and men's basketball games coming up to do. So, hey, if you wait till next Saturday, I'll come up. What about you?
I'll commit to that.
Can y'all wait till next Saturday? Whoever made that comment?
Not this Saturday, but next.
This coming Saturday, yeah.
Not this Saturday.
Not this coming Saturday?
These guys deserve a. Oh, by the way, we got the Belfry cheerleaders right here taking a picture with their trophy.
Yeah.
Check this out.
I'm looking down at you. I got you.
They also have the DVDs of these games available for purchase. Best Western Lexington Conference Center. They've partnered with the association to provide great accommodations to participate in football
and somebody with a silly string. Oh, well, hey, talking about how these teams work together and things. I think that's the varsity team. Some of the varsity members of their football team that actually just got some of the cheerleaders with the silly string.
So we're ready to rock this third quarter of play here. Belfry trying to take out Baird, and they're doing a good job right now, 32-8.
They're right now on schedule to bring home a third consecutive Kentucky Middle School State Football Championship, up by a score of 32-8. Thank you for all the tweets and messages and questions. Austin, that was a great question.
Yeah, that was a really good question.
Who asked me? I can't remember who asked me. Jason asked us the question about the classifications, and Jason, we didn't mention this in the answer, but a lot of those classifications, they'll still have 6 classes next year, but a lot of them are going to change next year. We'll have some teams that are currently in 5A that I know of that are dropping to 4A. We have some teams in 4A that are going to go up to 5A. The 6A and Class A teams will pretty much stay the same. I know Belfry's down to 3A. It would be a really nice thing if they could go down to 5 classes and really make it a little bit more of an earning to get in, because we have some districts that only have 4 teams, and a team can finish 0-9 or 0-10 and still get in the playoffs.
And you got some schools that are not even participating, but they still got football teams. For example,
correct.
Clinton County.
Right. Grant County is one another up just north of where we are, and it's great because I think what's going on, what has gone on down at Louisville, what Mark Stoops is doing at UK, and what the Western Kentucky program has become, and now you got Eastern back on the map, and Murray's having a pretty good year, and of course, everybody knows about Georgetown and Lindsey Wilson and Cumberland's and Campbell's, all those NAI schools. So we have more opportunities for kids to play football at the college level.
No doubt.
Underway here in the second half. It is an onside kick. And, boy, that ball's taking a funny spin. It looked like they meant, as Dennis meant to kick it off the side of his foot to put an awkward spin on it. But Belfry able to cover it up, and it looks like Bentley again, number 8. Actually, Cameron Maynard was the guy who comes off the turf after covering the onside kick. So Belfry will have it 1st and 10 as we just underway here in half number 2.
And I'm
not
sure what the rules are in the Kentucky Middle School Football Association.
It's the same as the high school. 36 points.
36 it starts running. Yeah, so we get another score from Belfry, and the clock will start running.
Could start running. Yep, you're right. And it'll start running. If they score and get a 2-point conversion, they turn, give it around to the. Actually, it won't. Actually, on this next score, William will not.
Just have to be in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't have to be in the fourth quarter. It can be whenever. but it has to be 36 points. And if they scored and got the 2-point conversion, it would only be a 32-point lead. So,
gotcha.
Second down, 6 to go.
gain of 4 for Browning.
That's called
on
no
the
sleep,
play.
can't add.
Huh? What'd you say?
So that's called no sleep, can't add. So
I'm not going there. I'm leaving that alone. They give it off to Smith on the jet sweep. He's dropped for a 3-yard loss, so back to the 43-yard line. It'll be third down and 9 for Belfry. Jackson head on the stop for Barrett.
hey, leave me alone now. 2 plus 2 is 5. So there you go, Darren. I can at least give you that.
There you go. And again, I'm going to leave that one alone. Under 7 to play in the third as we play 8-minute quarters here at the 8th grade level. Full house, wishbone backfield. They turn in a quick whistle, and I think we have a flag on the far side. Offsides against Barrett.
Offsides on Barrett. 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty. It'll be third down now and 4 instead of third and long.
Repeat third down. It's going to be third down and 3 for the Pirates.
Think about this for a second. 3 state championships in a row if they win today. When they win today.
Yeah, it's well on their way right now. They turn, give it off to Smith. He bobbled it in the hole, and Barrett's got the turnover.
How many high school teams can say, oh, our middle school class coming up has won 3 straight?
Not many.
You cover that ball in midfield, and the Hilltoppers have it first and 10.
Or look at it this way: your junior, your sophomore, and your freshman next year will have all won a middle school state championship on the Belfry's high school team. Think about that.
That's pretty strong, and that's why
goodness.
That's why their varsity program is continually one of the top teams, not only in 3A but in the entire state.
And then when and if they four-peat, then you're talking.
Yeah, you don't
some
count them out.
stuff.
Don't count them out at that. Dennis hit as he throws. The ball is dropped.
21 over there.
21. Isaiah Birchfield had the ball in his hands, and it was jarred loose as he hit the ground. Incomplete pass as Dennis took a shot as he delivered that one as well. It'll bring up second down and 10 from right on the midfield stripe here in Lexington. Bryan Station High School, Darren Douglas, William Warfield.
That's me.
And a cast of dozens. Not thousands, but dozens.
Belfry Nation on Twitter.
Well, they are well represented here in the stands below us, too. Here's a throw just behind his intended receiver, Seth Ciafani. Ciafani was open. Dennis just threw it behind him. It'll be third and 10 for Barrett. They're looking for their first ever state championship, but they got to get some points, trailing by 3 scores right now, 32-8. Dennis with an empty backfield, back to throw, looks to the right side, throws high, intended for Allgaier. And it's 4th and 10 now for Barrett right at the midfield stripe. And they're in kind of a catch-22. They want to save some time on the clock and put some points on the board as well. But you don't want to give Belfry the ball at midfield, and Barrett's going to take a timeout and talk about it. We can check some more tweets if you want, William. Is that what you're coming here for?
I'm just coming here to get warm, brother.
Oh, okay. Well, you can take that other glove
Come
out there
on,
with
man.
you. You can take that other glove out there with you like you're supposed to.
I can't operate the Zoom on the camera when I get the other glove on. So let's see. PrepSpin, shout out to Peyton Hensley, number 43. Man, Hensley's getting a lot of shout outs, isn't he? What do you think? Who do you think has had the biggest impact on the game on the Belfry side?
Coaching staff, to be honest with you. I mean, you got 3 running backs in Chafin, Hensley, and Smith, and then you've got your quarterback in Browning. but the coaching staff, just to make sure that these guys were ready to go last night against one style of offense, and now today against another style of offense and defense with Barrett.
Yes, and I got another one. 3A gets Lex Cath and Boyle County next year. You are correct, but they also get Lexington Christian Academy, who's moving up from 2A
to
right. 3A.
And that'll create a real interesting district.
Big rivalry between Lex Cath and Lexington Christian.
Dennis on the keeper going around the left side. He's not able to get the first down, but he does get into Belfry territory at the 45-yard line. So the Pirates will take over 1st and 10 from their own 45.
And in all fairness, Boyle County needs to be a 5A or 6A in my opinion.
Well,
everybody's moving into that school. Seems like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But it's based on your percentage of male athletes to, or your male students to your total population. Is what I've been told now. They can apply to play up or play down depending on where they are in that classification that they're assigned to. And KHSAA says they'll either agree or disagree to it. Browning, option pitch left. Here's Hensley. He has the corner. 40 inside Barrett territory. Weaves his way inside, out now to the 30, inside the 25 to the 20-yard line.
Got some good blocks up front there.
But you see how patient he was, just waiting for things to happen. And then once he got the corner, he turned on the jets a little bit, and then he's geared down a little bit to let linemen and other blockers that were hustling downfield to make blocks for him get in position to make a block. And that's something you can't teach either. That's something that is a feel type thing for running backs. If they feel people hustling down the block for them, they may gear it down a little bit and try to let them set up a block for them. Gain of 30. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 for Belfry, and a whistle, and I believe we're either going to get offsides or.
Hey, we want to let the fans too know to check out mesmerphoto.com.
What now?
mesmerphotos.com, and they can buy action photos of today's game and yesterday's game. mesmerphoto.com. And also DVDs of this game is available with, of course, Darren and I's commentary.
Oh boy.
Right there on those DVDs.
Turn the sound down and watch the video.
Got some good highlights for Belfry. Be great for the year-ending banquet to give those guys a DVD, all those kids on the team.
Well, we had an encroachment penalty a minute ago against Barrett, and now we got another one. So they gave up 5 yards free with 1st and 5. Now they get up an automatic first down with an encroachment penalty. So 5:21 to play in the third quarter.
Hey, that answers your question. If we can't get to the parade, maybe we can get to the banquet, Darren Douglas.
Oh. Ho, ho, ho. And what's that bring?
Food and football.
Food. Oh, my. Twitter's blowing up over here, William. Another offside against Barrett and a hard count from Avery Browning. I tell you what, that is something that the good quarterbacks seem to have just by changing either the cadence, and when I talk about the cadence, the signals he's calling about, by the pace he calls it, or by his voice, by either raising it or giving a real hard count. He can draw, the good quarterbacks can draw people off sides real easy. Browning turns, gives it off to, nope, he's going to keep it himself around the right side. He's at the 5 and goes in, walks in, stumbles in, actually across the goal line for a Belfry touchdown.
He got tripped up on the step over there, but he made it in.
Now, I think that good old-fashioned sports turf gremlin reached up and grabbed him about the 1 yard line, but he was very much already around the corner, and it's 38-8 in favor of Belfry with 4:53 to play. Now they are blowing up the Twitter, man. Yeah, I want to thank the fans. A lot of them have been from Belfry, and we appreciate all the tweets and messages.
2 more.
Ethan Smith goes in off the left side for the 2-point conversion. So with 4:53 to play in the third quarter, it's Belfry 40 and Barrett 8. We'll be back to Bryan Station High School in Lexington. Actually, we'll just keep it right here and maybe answer some more and read some more Twitter comments.
Twitter it is, my friend. Twitter it is.
And I apologize for my voice out there. It's after 8 games yesterday.
Hey,
It's
let me tell y'all something. When you get Darren Douglas before 5 o'clock in the evening, he's just a hamburger. But if y'all wait till after 5 o'clock, now he becomes a quarter pounder with some cheese. I'm telling you, food and football.
I think that's a compliment. I'm not sure, but I am for sure not a morning person. That's for sure. Here's a kick squib down to the 25-yard line. Dennis gets around the outside. He has space. He breaks the tackle, gets it over the midfield stripe into Belfry territory at about the 45-yard line of the Pirates. It'll be 1st and 10 for Barrett right there.
We still in the third quarter, Darren Douglas.
Yes, sir.
Number 7.
40 points up on the
You know,
board.
and you're a lot younger than me, William Moorfield, and
How about this
Your
Belfry
memory's not
crowd
very
here?
good.
They're all just humble. They know that they've got this thing
well,
sealed.
it's not really humble. They are here in force. You know, that's not a short drive down here to Lexington from Belfry.
No, not at all. But they're just chill right now. man.
I'd say it's about a 3.5-hour drive on a good day.
The boys came out here to get the job done, and so far so good.
Well, they're all business. I mean, there's not one guy on that sidelines that has been any kind of horseplay or anything going on. They pitch it back to Allgaier looking to get outside, and he's not there. And Browning takes the football from him as they're going to call, though, the play dead because his forward momentum was stopped. But Browning, like a thief of the night there, came in and took the football literally out of the hands of Allgaier. Browning is going to be credited with part of the stop. Austin Fields as well, along with number 30 for Belfry, Brandon Sloan. You know, and here's the thing with Belfry when it comes to football, William, and our listeners and viewers out there. The simple thing is this: they do not want to be the team that's the one that breaks tradition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want to win games, and you know, there are years that they lose 2 or 3 games a year or whatever, but they do not be one of the teams that does not make the playoffs and make deep runs in the playoffs and even win state championships. They do not want to be that team that's known for that. So that has a lot to do with the fact and the way these ball clubs at every level play. Another 5-yard penalty against Barrett for illegal procedure.
It'll be 2nd and long.
Yep, second down in about 19. But that's the thing. They do not want, and any good athletic program doesn't want that. Shotgun formation. Dennis off to the left.
Might have been a hold in the backfield there.
Has Allgaier, and it's going to be illegal contact on Browning.
That looked like a hold in the backfield as the lineman trying to protect the quarterback.
Well, they're going to call Browning for pass interference, but he was running with Allgaier stride for stride, and to me that's just incidental contact. But they're going to call a pass interference call on, unless now he somehow impeded Allgaier from getting running his route. So it'll be an automatic first down after the 15-yard penalty. It moves the ball to the Belfry 40-yard line. Actually, the Belfry 39.
Second down.
Belfry's known for a lot of other stuff, too. I want to know if Mary or somebody up there has a remedy for lack of sleep. Allgaier on the halfback pass. He has a man out there.
Oh, nice catch.
A diving catch.
Nice catch.
By number 11. That is Sterling Patillo for Barrett, and I tell you, if
He laid out for that.
if Allgaier hits him in stride, that's 6. But man, what a catch by Patillo! We've seen several like that in this tournament.
Oh, that one yesterday.
By Sams from Corbin.
Yeah, that one-handed.
One-handed. That was a nice one as well from Patillo. That just shows you how the level of football at every level here in Kentucky is starting to go up. You know, we do have a very solid basketball high school tradition. We have a solid baseball tradition here. This is Allgaier. He gets up in and goes somersaulting into the end zone. He's going to hit and be down inside the 1-yard line, a gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Hilltoppers from the Belfry 1-yard line. Actually, they were given at the 2. Of course, this is just the start of what's a lot of fun for a lot of people in the fall. This is the start of the football playoff season, the culmination of a state championship for middle school teams, but the high school teams begin postseason play as Allgaier goes in from the 2-yard line. Touchdown, Barrett. But this is just the start of all that because the high school teams will kick off the playoff season this Friday night. So Barrett on the board. The score now 40-14 in favor of Belfry. And the 2-point conversion try coming up from the purple and white Hilltoppers of Barrett Traditional Middle School. Jennifer, that was a very nice catch. We've seen several of those in this tournament. Don't know how many games you all seen. As Dennis will give it off to Allgaier again. He'll weave and bob his way in for the 2-point conversion. So the score now with 2:21 to play in the third is Belfry 40 and Barrett 16. And we'll just keep it right here. Got any more tweets coming in?
We got a ton of tweets coming in.
I like that. Jennifer, she was looks like she's a Belfry fan and giving props to the young man from Barrett. I mean, like I said, we've seen several catches in this tournament just like the one we just saw.
Jennifer, yeah, she said nice catch by Barrett. Best 8th grade quarterback hands down, Garrett Dennis. That's what we've been told.
I would agree. He's right there, although his counterpart in this game right here, considering the offense he runs, Avery Browning, is probably tailor-made for the wishbone running attack.
Shout out to Ethan Smith from Brittany.
Well, Brittany, we can't tell him that you gave a shout-out, but I'm sure he feels your confidence and respect for or pride in him. He's had a good game today, a couple of touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. As well as, I think, a fumble recovery, if I'm not mistaken.
So in between games, we need to run over to that hospitality.
Yeah, you didn't. Your plea didn't do any good. I haven't got any water up here. On the ground, picked up by, I believe this is Birchfield for the Pirates. Got it up over the 40-yard line to the 42, a return of about 4 yards for Birchfield. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Belfry from the 42-yard line in their own territory. Leading it 40-16.
Timeout.
Timeout, Belfry. They didn't have enough men on the field. So we'll keep it right here. Get some more of those tweets in. Excuse me.
Why ain't the time left showing?
It's the way the system's set up over here at Bryan Station. We can't put that up on the clock or on the site. We apologize. It's just the way that the system set up over here in the press box at Bryan Station.
No technology here. None. What do you think is more important, offense or defense?
When you get to the playoffs, defense.
Yeah.
Because if you can either create turnovers or create shorter fields for your offenses, it makes things much easier. Although, if you have two high-powered offenses, those kind of shootouts are sometimes fun, but defense is what really gets you to the state championships.
Nice picture there, Jason.
Haywood Field, yeah.
Haywood Field.
Cam Stadium, Haywood Field. He's, like I said, William, he's a legend up in those parts.
Yes, sir. We'll be there. I'm gonna schedule us a football game next year.
Okay,
right
well, hey, I just request we have it on a Saturday so I can definitely get there.
Saturday or Thursday night.
Yeah, they give it off to the fullback. I think that's Chafin on the carry.
Maybe we do a special Thursday night football game there.
Well, we could do that, or
Dylan Holter, number 63.
I'd love to do that Belfry Pike County Central game. That would be a nice one.
8 to go for the Pirates.
I have this is not my first contact with Belfry as far as football. I have a lady who I work with who actually graduated from Belfry. They give it off to Smith over the left side. He'll get into Barrett territory, and it'll be knocked down at the 48-yard line. It'll be close to a first down depending on the spot.
Andrew Phillips, number 19.
Looks like he might be a little bit shy.
About 6 yards.
Boy, that's close. Yep, third and less than a yard. It'll be third and inches.
Less than a yard for Belfry.
So a minute and 30 to play in the third quarter. Belfry in control of this one, 40-16. Browning gives it off to Cook, who's in there for Hensley right now at the right halfback. He'll get it down inside the Barrett 45 to about the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 and a first down for the Pirates.
That was a first down. Was at the 43, it's first and 10 for the Pirates.
So 1:15 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Belfry with a commanding lead of 40-16.
Now they are looking very good, and Belfry High School fans have a lot to look forward to with the next 3 years with that sophomore, freshman. Now this this group right here that are eighth graders that are moving up. It's just, as they say, the beat will continue to go on. Gain of 5. It'll be actually a gain of 4, correct, as the PA announcer. He and the PA announcer haven't agreed too much, but we'll have to agree today on that one. It is a gain of 4. Second and 6. They give it off to Smith on the counter. He'll get inside the 35 to about the 34. And again, it'll be close to a first down.
Brought down by Dorian Hurd, number 10. That was about a 6-yard pickup. It was enough for the first down. First and 10 Pirates.
It is a first down for Belfry at the 33-yard line of the Hilltoppers. It'll be the final play of the third quarter as it winds down, and we'll keep it right here as we exchange hands. One more quarter to go, and Belfry will have a three-peat on their hands at the Division II level of the 8th grade football championship of the Kentucky Middle School State Football Championships. They are well on their way, leading 40-16, and we'll get some of the more tweets. My goodness, blowing them up again today, aren't they?
Yeah. You are our new honorary Pirates. The PCN has spoken.
Yeah. Well, thank you, D. Appreciate that. I don't get very much honorary stuff, I appreciate, and we will. We're not kidding when we say we will come to Belfry and do a game next fall. And I was dead serious when I said if I come, I want the best tailgate food I can find. Side note: Pike Central has never beaten Belfry. Series stands at 22-0. I figured that, Jason, but we were asking, and Jason, I don't know if you texted us or not last night, or Twittered us or not. Why don't you tell us who you think is Belfry's biggest rival? I was in the neighborhood of thinking it might be Pikeville. but I could be wrong.
Hmm.
I have been and probably will be again, but let me know, Jason, who you think is Belfry's biggest rival. Mary Conley also says, William, we are new honorary Pirates. I appreciate that. What comes with that? What comes with being an honorary Pirate? 40-6. They give it off to the fullback. This is.
They give you the key to the pirate ship there, Darren, don't you know?
Well, if they've seen my driving, they want me to drive. Is that Austin Fields? Who was that on the carry?
Mm.
That was Austin Fields. Now he's limping.
Hey, I tell you what, though.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking Jake and the Neverland Pirates, but.
See, I think that was Jason that encouraged you earlier, right?
Somebody said something about the Jolly Roger.
Yeah, somebody needs to quit encouraging you. I know that. Austin Fields, the player limping off for Belfry. And I believe that was him carrying the ball from the fullback position. I'm not sure.
Well, I know these Pirates are going to get up and pick up their golds of bloom here today.
Yep. They give it off on the left side. This is a new running back in the ball game. It looks like.
Number 27.
Was that Smith? Yep, that was Ethan Smith.
Mason Fletcher, number 54.
Unless, of course, a miracle happens.
Well, that's it.
Which we've seen before, Darren.
We've seen, and I've been involved. I've actually been on the call of a game that was absolutely a miracle. I can't remember the two teams exactly, but
you were telling me it says Tim Couch's Leslie County team, right?
No, that wasn't a miracle. There was a team down 14 points with less than 3.5 minutes to go, and they won the ball game on a last-second field goal.
Gotcha.
Flags are down.
Illegal procedure coming against Belfry as they got a head start in the backfield there a little bit earlier.
False start penalty on Belfry.
A false start on the Pirates.
Ball back at the 16. Second down and 8.
Boy, they are just blowing up our Twitter again today, William. I will say this, the Pirate Nation is being heard and heard loudly. Not only here,
I think we somewhat
but
have
abroad.
become pirate homers.
Well, it looks that way, doesn't it?
I feel that way.
Well, we are honorary Pirates. I feel proud of that. I tell you, I'm gonna brag on that. Down inside the 10 goes Ethan Smith to the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Pirates from the 5. Boy, that offensive line, who doesn't get enough credit. I wished I had the names up here of their depth charts and stuff, but it's real difficult in 2 days to get that down. But I wished I could give all their names to you. They have done a whale of a job of blocking this afternoon here in the state championship game. They have opened up hole after hole after hole. They'll throw it in the corner. This is
Got it.
Justin Barker for the touchdown for Belfry, and he has his first touchdown of the afternoon, second in the 2 games, the semis and the finals, and they now lead at 46-16.
86 picks up his 6.
He's a big, tall, nice little target.
Perfect for that fade corner route.
Yep. A 2-point conversion coming. They'll throw it, and it's tipped, and then he still catches it. Barker still catches it. It's 48-16 in favor of Belfry with 5:53 to play in the ball game. We got 11 new notifications here, so we'll see what we've got up on
Let me get
Twitter
the score updated first before we hit up Twitter.
Okay.
Because if I don't, we're going to get all kinds of tweets about the scoring, right?
I
so
doubt
let's
that.
do that.
They'll understand we're answering questions.
It's a blowout. That's the score.
Yeah, it's all Belfry right now, and has been since midway through the first quarter.
All right, so first off, let's see how many. We got
168 households listening.
168 watching. They're watching, my friend.
Yeah, but, you know, hey, you got to remember, how long have I was in radio? About 30. 30 years, so that.
Tailgates and championships, honorary Pirates. What do you need? Let's see. Rattle the chain. Shout out to Cameron Maynard.
You're going to get his name right before this day's over. You realize that. That's Maynard. Now, he's a big fella. I wouldn't be messing with him. You know that.
Yes, sir.
Ball covered by Barrett, and they'll have the football at their own 30, make it their own 27-yard line.
Well, still 32-point ball game. We need another Belfry score.
Stephanie Stepp wishing luck to number 40. That would be Jonathan Stepp, the Pirate that was injured a little bit earlier. I haven't seen him. I think he's sitting on the bench here in front of me to my right, but I haven't been able to see his number. But good luck from Stephanie. Dennis back to throw, has time, has a receiver open. That's Patillo at the 35 to the 40. Gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be a gain of about 13 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Barrett. Browning bumped out Patillo. Clock at 5:35 and running. 48-16 in favor of Belfry. Coming up next, it will be the 7th grade championship. It'll be Union Middle School against Johnson County Middle School. And then the nightcap will be Meade County taking on Corbin.
That's going to be a good one. Meade County and Corbin.
This next one should be good. This is two teams that match up pretty well in Johnson County.
Hey, but for real, y'all need to
Union.
down in Belfry. Y'all need to get the fire trucks out and
You don't have to
the
tell them how to
police at the
celebrate
state
championships.
line
Trust
and all.
me.
or not the state line, the county line. Let's celebrate this team and their accomplishments today.
Dennis back to throw. Hit as he throws. He throws it up. It's going to be intercepted by Birchfield.
Nice.
Isaiah Birchfield with an interception, and Belfry continues to just blanket these Barrett receivers that put a ton of pressure on the quarterback, Garrett Dennis. Well, Birchfield had one earlier, an interception, just ricochet off his hands, incomplete. This one, though, he was in perfect position and able to come down with the interception and give the ball back over to Belfry.
Y'all need to welcome this championship cheerleading team too back to Belfry for their accomplishments here this weekend and all season. They took home the trophies themselves here.
Joe Chafin, 22's about
Chafin on the carry. He gets 5 yards up to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Stopped by Swinney for Barrett. Wishbone formation again behind. Browning gives it off to Cook on the right side. He bursts through the hole and gets to the Barrett 45-yard line before he's tackled by Garrett Dennis.
Seen a tweet earlier. It says Darren Douglas sounds like a really good Billy Packer.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, it's kind of a compliment to me.
I used to hate listening to that guy.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I think a room full of chickens sounds better than Billy Packer. And I'm not a Billy Packer fan. It's
A room
given
full
to
of chickens.
Chafin. Yeah, room full of chickens.
Wow.
He is not. He is not my favorite broadcaster at all. That's for sure.
That's pretty funny.
Now, if you ask me who my favorite broadcaster is, as far as play-by-play for football, I would have to say Vern Lundquist. I love listening to Uncle Vern, as he's known to those of us that have listened to him a long time.
I like those ESPN guys. I think they do a really good job.
Although I am a homer, and I will say Tom Leach is very good. Hand off up the middle to Chafin again. He's short of the first down.
My favorite football play-by-play guy, man, is bar none, Al Michaels' brother.
You know, that's not in basketball or in baseball or football is not his game. That he cut his teeth on. He was actually the broadcaster for the Cincinnati Reds for about 4 years.
He's got a really good voice.
Yeah.
I mean, he's simple. You know, I like the simple type of broadcaster.
You know, and the thing is, with
hell with all that technical stuff, right?
They need to find him. They need to find him a better color man. The only thing Chris Collinsworth did well was he married a Kentucky girl.
Yeah.
And Chris and I are friends. I know Chris because his son and his daughters attended Highlands High School, and his daughter was a really good soccer player. Here's a bad snap. Dennis will go back and fall on it at the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of about 13. But, yeah, his daughter was an all-state soccer player at Highlands, and, of course, his sons were really outstanding football players at Highlands. The youngest son, Austin, is now a player at Notre Dame.
His daughter played soccer there.
Yeah, she played. Like I said, she was all-state. I think she went somewhere to play college, but I can't remember where. And his wife, Holly, was a former cheerleader at the University of Kentucky, and I think won a couple of national championships with the University of Kentucky, as a matter of fact. So pass is high, and here's a little-known fact about Chris Collinsworth, too, William, that Chris, his grandfather, was a University of Kentucky basketball player for Adolph Rupp.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So his connections to Kentucky run deep. He just was a warm weather kind of guy and wanted to go to Florida and play. But he did well. He married up and married a Kentucky girl. 2.5 minutes to play. As you can tell, this game's out of hand. It's firmly in control of Belfry, 48-16 over Barrett. And Barrett making their first ever appearance, William, though, has nothing to be ashamed of. They had a great season getting this far.
And they've had a really good season.
Timeout, Barrett.
Congratulations to Barrett.
See some more tweets coming in that we had that we didn't get to read a moment ago.
That's how we roll, is what.
Yeah, that's just simple there.
PrepSpin already planning has bought paint and shower curtains. Ain't that right?
Well, it says they will have signs as well as fire trucks and police escorts already in the works.
They will welcome home escort and is back here waiting with signs. Nice. See, that's what it's all about, man.
Making these kids feel like they've accomplished a lot, which they have, but, you know, a lot of communities will just say, okay, good job, and just let it go at that. And these kids are out here not only doing that, but getting it done in the classroom. Coming back to action, where we're 2.5 minutes to play in this one. It is 48-16 in favor of Belfry. A bad snap again. Dennis picks it up off the ground, rolls right, fires to the right sideline. Caught over there by Allgaier. He's in Belfry territory.
Ball came out.
45, but he's down on the ground. It could be ruled. The ground cannot cause a fumble.
Brought down by Isaiah Birchfield, number 21.
You know, it's going to be one of those bus rides home or for this team, as we have an injured Pirate on the far side. While we have a minute, William, why don't we look at some more comments from Twitter. I get silence from him. Coming up next, the 7th grade championship. Johnson County against Union.
There you go. I'll let you read some of those real quick.
Okay, this is the one. This one is in the bag. Belfry 3-peat champs. D. West says, my coach, Cody West, is going to need more fingers for his state rings. I'm going to need a second job. The good thing about that is you can wear them all at one time if you want, D, but you can also display them in a case, which is probably the best thing to do because it was Isaiah Birchfield, the injured Pirate, on the far side. Us guys, we don't wear a lot of rings, to be honest with you. I know the state championship rings are great. Congratulations to Coach Danny Oliver and the BMS football team on another state championship. I was honored to be honored with a state championship ring as part of a broadcast crew back in 2012. William, you were there when the Yellow Jackets of Woodford County surprised everybody and won the state baseball championship.
That was.
They honored myself and Matt Calvert with a ring because we followed them throughout the year, and kind of surprised us when they did it.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice, and it's fun when you are a part of that. Of course, me growing up down the road from where we're at in Versailles, we've had some pretty good teams in sports, but the sport that Woodford and Versailles is known for is high school wrestling, and I have been a part of following that program for a number of years, and have been a part of calling several different state championships for that as well. So I know what it's like to be in that atmosphere and have that feeling of winning a state championship. So it's a lot of fun. Dennis on the quarterback draw, straight up the middle. He cuts it out to the right. He's at the 20. And it's going to be run out of bounds inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Barrett down at the 13-yard line. And the Hilltoppers continue to fight, even though they're down big, and this one is in Belfry's win column. Minute 30 to go, 48-16 in favor of the Pirates from Belfry. As again, we're experiencing difficulties with our feed, I think. I think it just quit on us for a second, but it's popped back up. This is Dennis again, who carries the ball in. Up, it's Allgaier. I'm sorry. Touchdown, Barrett, as the Hilltoppers put 6 more on the board with 1:05 to play in this one. So 1:05, it's 48-22 in favor of the Belfry Pirates. And again, our Twitter feed just blowing up again. Well, I think it's a done deal. It's just a matter of what game we're going to come down and do at Belfry next year, correct?
Correct.
Whatever night they will host us, we will gladly come. I just have a simple request. Being as old as I am, can we make it a warm weather game?
Early fall.
Can we make it a warm weather game?
You asked for too much.
Son. I know I do. Well, hey, the older I've gotten, the more I ask for, it seems like. A lot of people tweeting from the Belfry Nation talking about how proud they are of their state championship team. You guys can join the Champion Pirate broadcast team. Lucy, what was that? Where'd he go? Pirate to come Steve, Mickey, and Bobby Norman. I've actually met, I believe it's Bobby. I believe I've met Bobby in passing at the state football finals 2 years ago down in Bowling Green. I think I was able to talk with him for a few minutes. So I was a part of probably the best game a couple of years ago. I think it was 2011, William. The best of the 6 state championship games was the Belfry game with Louisville Central that came down the final seconds, and Central threw a touchdown pass in the waning seconds of that thing to win it. But that was the most entertaining game that I had been around in the state championships probably in 5 or 6 years. Game was great, and then I think it got topped last year though by Collins' upset of Highlands in the state championship when the backup quarterback for Collins came in and played one play in the entire playoffs, and it was a touchdown pass to win the game against Fort Thomas Highlands.
Mm-hmm. That was down in Bowling Green, right?
That was down in Bowling Green,
yeah. I
last
produced
year.
that game.
Yeah, it was last year.
We produced all the state championship games last year.
Here's the onside kick again, recovered. And again, I think that is Bentley. Nope, that's 36 for Belfry on the coverage. That is Ethan Williamson on the is it 36 or 35? Williams 35, isn't it? I apologize. That's Cameron Maynard. As I mentioned, I'm old, William.
You ain't that old, brother.
Shoot. Thank you for saying that. But
you just a fragile young man.
The fragile part I'll agree with. Young, no.
Well, you think you are, right?
Yeah, no, oh, my goodness, they
what
got
you think
him.
you are.
Well, the head coach just got doused with water, Coach Miller, and his assistant coaches ran on it. They all kind of hurled him into the middle of that, and they got him with the water. Timeout on the field as Barrett calls their final timeout of the game. So with 48.4 to play, it's Belfry 48 and Barrett 24. And
this is that talk where coach is saying, "Hey, we got this thing wrapped up now."
Well, but they're also, telling them just let's close this thing out. Let's then celebrate with our fans and get to celebrate with all the people back home that weren't able to make the trip today or yesterday for various reasons. And, we want to congratulate not only Belfry on the state championship, but we want to, again, congratulate Barrett on a wonderful season to get here and making their first ever state championship game appearance.
And you can get action photos of today's game and yesterday's game, mesmerphoto.com.
And a knee taken. And that should do it. Yeah, well, I actually probably should have to snap the ball one more time.
I don't know.
Actually, I think. Yeah, they're not going to have to snap it one more time. The official's going to wait until it runs at 25, and then he's going to blow it in. So Belfry will not have to snap the ball another time. So Belfry, the Pirates, three-peats. And they sweep home the entire championship trophies as the Barrett cheerleaders take home the competition and spirit award for Division II, and the Pirates football team takes home the state championship on the gridiron with a 48-24 victory over a really good Barrett team that they just hit them hard early on, right in the mouth with two early touchdowns. And from that point on, it was just simply Belfry taking care of business and Barrett continuing to fight and scrap, which is what you like to see at this level. Mm-hmm. And winds up being a Belfry victory. But looking forward to seeing this group as they get older and seeing how they mature and going from there.
All right, folks. Again, to all of the people tweeting us.
Wow.
Thank you so much again for all the support.
Hey, stick around and help us out through the next two games.
There you
go. It's going to be rough.
But again, your Pirates, they're champions. They're going to be presented here in the middle of the field with the trophy. And the only way to get that is going to be on the DVD. That's going to do it for Darren Douglas and William Warfield here, folks. We'll catch you. We'll catch you next time. We'll catch you. We'll be down at Belfry, right, Darren? We decided
that's
we're going
the plan. I would love to go down there and meet some of those folks in person because over the last couple of days and really the last couple of years when that we've been being able to be followed on Twitter, we have been able to talk to people like that and get to know them through Twitter. But I'd like to meet the people in person and talk to them because there's nothing like a face-to-face encounter with people who you've actually gotten to know a little bit.
There you go. We can do a little meet and greet or something.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I don't have a book or anything to sign. Do you? And my signature's about
I've got a stack of magazines. That I
Yeah. According to my friends, they keep me grounded. My signature's worth about a penny. But, you know, hey, we appreciate everything from the Barrett fans as well as the Belfry fans here in this game that tweet us. And we invite you to stay with us for game number 3 because it should be a good one. Union Raiders and the Golden Eagles of Johnson County. It should be a dandy football game for the 7th grade championship coming up here in just a few moments.
There's your team getting their trophy there. State champions, Belfry Pirates.
So the final score again was Belfry 48 and Barrett Middle School 24 for William Warfield. Darren Douglas saying so long.